Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Raj here, and today we are going to be covering iOS 14 Developer Beta 2. So without further ado, let's take a look at it, shall we? And as you can see there, we have Beta 2, and it is going to come in at around 700 megabytes. So what this update includes is a few new things, actually. So for one, it includes a new... Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering here, but it includes a new icon for the calendar as well as the clock. So with the clock, you'll notice, at least not right now, but the hands in terms of thickness will grow, and for the calendar, the date will also become shorter. So instead of Tuesday, it'll say just TUE. So it will be a lot shorter, and please ignore that notification. Let me just swipe that away. Alright, and so let's install this. So I'm going to click download and install here, and we are going to install it. Let me just punch in my passcode really quickly. Alright, and now it is basically fetching the update. So I'm just going to also get rid of that notification as well. Sorry that notifications are coming in. I did not anticipate this. So yeah, it looks like now it is just downloading, and we are just going to have to wait for it, and then after that we should be good. So once this is done downloading, I will be right back, and I will show you guys the updates. So I will see you guys in just 1 minute. Alright guys, I am now back, and as you can see here, it says your phone has been updated to iOS 14.0, so we are officially now on iOS 14 Developer Beta 2. So now I am just going to log into my phone here, and here we are on the home screen. So we're just having a few little things load in here real quick. Looks like actually one of my widgets here disappeared, which is kind of strange. Wonder why. But it looks like the widget that disappeared was the stocks widget, so let me real quickly fix that. Wonder why it decided to just go away. It's kind of weird. Alright, but anyways, now that that is corrected, let's see. Is my rest of my home screen intact? Yes, it is. Great. Okay, so that was a bit of a bug. Anyway, though, now we have... looks like the video's lagging a bit. I'm gonna just let it catch up real quickly, guys. Alright, let's see. Hey guys, sorry about that interruption. Anyways, what we have today in terms of covering this beta is, or at least in terms of changes, we have the calendar icon here, which is brand new. The date is now abbreviated, and not only that, now the icon is a lot bolder and looks a lot nicer. And with the clock app here, as you can see, the hands are also thicker as well. So it looks overall a lot better, I will say, for those two icons. And another new thing actually that we have that is noteworthy of mentioning is that we have a new widget. So if we go in here, and if we, actually we don't even have to search, right here we have a files widget. So with this, we can actually resize it to be small, medium, well actually no, sorry, medium or large are the only two sizes. Why did I even say small to begin with? I'm not sure why, but basically those are the few options there in terms of sizing. And what I wanted to also do is I wanted to also do a few little tests that I normally do with these developer betas. So I'm going to run my series shortcut here, my custom one of course, and it seems like it is working very, very efficiently, which is great to see there. But yeah, so looks like we are doing fairly well in terms of the repeat process here. I'm just going to test it till the end. Looks like it's going pretty well still. And looks like that's about it. Okay, so now what we can do is that we can jump right into the network speed test. This is a new little test I wanted to also do. And this is just testing the Wi-Fi network. See what kind of speeds we're getting here. So far not so bad, but it definitely can be better. It can be a lot better, actually. But, I mean, 86.4 is not bad. At least when it's connected to the computer, because I'm sure that it's actually operating off of the computer's internet and not my phone. So that's one other thing, too. That's another thing to consider. But, I mean, those speeds are not bad, honestly, for download. For upload, maybe it could be a little bit better, but, I mean, I'm not complaining. Okay, so that is the network speed testing there. So now let's jump straight into Geekbench 5. And let's test the CPU. So I'm going to test it with Geekbench 5, and I'm also going to test it with Antutu as well, so that we can get some numbers here. So we're just running this test now, and obviously I'm just going to let it run as long as it goes. And we're going to see what kind of scores we get. I'm sure they're going to be somewhat decent, but we'll see. Because another factor when doing this as well is that the battery capacity, I'm just going to have that run in the background for 1 second, but my battery capacity is at 81%, so keep that in mind as well with these numbers. So they're probably not going to be an accurate representation of what it actually is for, say, your device that you're watching this on, or whatever it may be, obviously, but yeah, so we're just going to allow this to run its course, and yeah, that will be that, and we will see what the results are. And also, I believe that Geekbench 5 for a time was free. That's I know how at least I got it. But if you're actually wanting to get Geekbench 5 now, I don't believe it's free anymore, but it would probably be a wise decision to actually check the App Store. But yeah, so that's at least how I have Geekbench 5, if you guys were asking, because as soon as it released, they did this deal where you could get it for free. So I decided to take advantage of that and get it for free. So that's why I have it. But yeah, if you guys are wanting to get it, then I would check and see if it's still free. But if you're willing to pay for it, then by all means, pay for it. I mean, it's a great app, so it's great for getting benchmarks on how your phone will do in terms of just raw tests. Like this. So basically, mine is now crossing pretty close to halfway, and it's almost at about 2 minutes here from what it's seeming like, which isn't too shabby, but it definitely can run a little bit faster. Especially if it had a newer battery, it can be running a little bit faster. But it looks like we just crossed the 2 minute mark, and we are also roughly at the halfway point still, which is not terrible. Looks like it's chugging along. I'm pretty sure this is going to get close to about 4 minutes, though, at the max. Most likely. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, roughly. But we'll find out. But yeah, so till then, I'm just going to have this run, and just have only Geekbench 5 run as well, just to make sure that it's a fair test. Because, again, these numbers, I'm only testing them once, so they might not be necessarily super duper accurate, but it's an idea, basically, of what the performance could be like, at least on my device. Now, this is, again, going to be different on your guys' devices, so these results are not indicative overall. These are just indicative of my device and how it performs. But so far it looks like it's not doing a bad job. It's at about around 3 minutes now. We're getting close to about 3.5 minutes. And it looks like we're about 2/3 of the way through. So we just have to wait and see how it does. We're approaching the 3 minute 30 second mark in about 3 seconds. And we're there. Alright, so now let's see if this last part takes about 30 seconds, and if my prediction was right, about 4 minutes, 30 seconds, or if it actually goes all the way to 5 minutes. We'll have to see. but I'm thinking it's going to at least take about 4 minutes 30 seconds. At the max. It'll be about 4 minutes 30 seconds. Because, yeah, we're just about to approach the 4-minute mark. Alright. 4 minutes. We just crossed that. And we're just about to cross the 4-minute 10-second mark. Getting pretty close. It's probably going to be 5 minutes now looking at it. But we'll see. Yeah, looks like my prediction is slightly off. So, it's going to be close to 5 minutes. If not 5 minutes, like 20 seconds maybe. Because also keep in mind too, my battery's not even close to being fully charged. So that's probably another reason why it's not going as fast as anticipated. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be close to 5 minutes. It's definitely really not going to be spot on. And okay, we just crossed the 5-minute mark. Should be close now. Wow, this video is already 8 minutes long in terms of the second part here. It's not 8 minutes for you guys, though. Because obviously this video is going to be a lot longer when I edit it all together. Alright. Approaching 5 minutes 30 seconds. Just crossed it. Wow, we might even actually stretch to 6 minutes. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Come on, iPhone 10, you can do it. And yeah, we're probably going to hit the 6-minute mark. Or just barely hit it. No, okay, looks like 5 minutes, 56 seconds. Yeesh, those scores do not look good. 426 for single core and 895 for multi-core. Yeah, that's a bit questionable. Alright, let's see here. How does this compare? Can I compare this to other devices? Let's see. Okay, that's that. Let's see. What's the averages? Did they take that option away? I don't think they did. Yeah, because I can view it here. But that's the thing is, how does it compare to everything else? I guess that it's cannot be compared to anything else. From what it's seeming like, I can't compare this to other devices. I guess they took that feature away. That sucks. But yeah, so that's my scores there. 426 single core and 895 multi-core. So again, probably not accurate, but that's what it is, if you guys were wondering. So now let's test Antutu and see what Antutu has to say. And nope, I want to test it again. Alright. I like how now Antutu has this nice dark mode. That's pretty cool. Alright, and of course it's going to expand full screen. And now we wait. And of course my face cam obviously here is overlaying it a bit, so. And if I'm looking off to the side, guys, don't mind me. I'm actually just looking at my iPad screen, if you guys were wondering. I have my iPad off to the side, and that's what I use to monitor OBS and stuff like that, so. If that's what you guys were wondering, like, how I did all of that, and, like, just, like, why I'm looking off to the side. And actually, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna feel how hot the back of this is. It's decently warm. I mean, I'm sure it's working the processor. But it seems like the graphics are actually not that bad. Yeah, I mean, render times are pretty decent, I would say. Now, see, it can definitely be a little bit faster, obviously, but I'd say overall, for the age of its battery and everything else, it's fairly decent, actually. Alright, looks like it's about 16% done. Now it just has to go on to this metal test, which is graphics-based, of course. Alright, just has to load in the test. There we go. Ooh, graphics don't look that bad, actually. The detail on the rocks is actually pretty good. Looks fairly decent. Wow, that was fast. It's very fast. Okay. That seemed like it was a little too fast there. And yeah, now it's just rendering more. Okay. So loading on the next test. Terracotta is the next one. Now it actually loaded pretty quickly. It's just loading in the last bit, and then it should be good. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, it might take a second. Alright, well, till then we can just wait. Alright, here we go. Oh, wow, a very laggy start, that's for sure. Oh, this is probably a very intense test. That's why it's lagging so much. Yeah, this is a very intense test. All the graphics and everything is mainly what is causing it to lag. Yeah, just the overall raw graphics power of the 11, I mean, it's decent, but yeah, it's definitely struggling here. It is definitely struggling. I still haven't actually, as of yet, have not put my iPad through one of these tests. I definitely should do that. Like, just whenever I have some free time or something, I definitely need to do that. Alright, now it just has to render out these slides here, or like these images. Alright, here we go. Starting to speed up now. Great. See how hot the back of the phone is. Oh wow, actually, yeah. That's gotten considerably hotter. Alright, now it's asking to please wait. Image processing fisheye. Processing blur. Okay, looks like we're about half done. GPU's done. Okay, so yeah, that was the GPU test. That's complete. Now it's going to test the RAM. It's just testing how well the RAM can perform. Let's just send, please wait. Alright. Next up is the CPU. Alright, it's also testing the storage now, so it's done testing the RAM. Looks like we're about 52% complete. 54%. It just has to test the ROM sequential read now, which is just the read speeds, I'm guessing, of the RAM. Alright. Should be getting there here pretty quickly. Alright, here we go. ROM random read. Now it's just doing that. And we're about 58% complete. I'm assuming once we get to either 60% or 65% roughly, okay, now we're at 62, that, it would have started on the CPU, but it looks like not. Yep, here we go, now we're at 64, and now we are onto the CPU. Now it's just giving me A11 a huge kick, seeing if, it can, handle this, which I'm sure obviously it will, it's just very hot. So, yeah, it's going to cause the phone to heat up considerably. Yeah, wow. The back of this thing is, like, very, very hot. If you guys are to feel this, it's probably a good, I'd say, steamy, 70-ish degrees, roughly. So, it's pretty steamy. Not, like, literally steaming, because obviously if it was steaming, the battery would be busted, but, I mean, it's definitely eating up a lot of power. And also a lot of processing power, too. It's using the processor to its max potential. Now it's just testing multi-threading, and now it's testing multitask. So it's seeing how well it can multitask and stuff like that. And we're at about 76% in terms of the test being complete. And after this, we will be moving on to the UX element. Now it's just testing the 3D physics engine. And here we go. Now we are on to UX, and we are at 80% in terms of the overall test. Now it's just testing the user experience performance, which it'll fly through this no problem, honestly. The A11 is still a great chip in terms of UX performance. And now it's just testing scrolling and stuff like that, inertial scrolling, things like that. So, it'll fly through this no problem. And if you guys are wondering, no, this is not me scrolling. This is just the phone scrolling on its own. So, I'm not actually scrolling through this. I'm not even touching the phone. Yeah, see? Don't have anything in my hands whatsoever. So, yeah, it's not me that's scrolling. And it does this to simulate normal use of an actual device. I like how it says new phone in January. It's hilarious. Now it's wanting to cut out that picture, or the screenshot at least. Now it's just testing out QR codes. Looks like we're about 92% done from what I last saw there. Alright, it's scanning the last few QR codes, and that will be it for this page. We'll have to see if there's more. Now it's at 94. It's just decoding the JPEG now. Now we're at 98. Now it's just applying the image processing blur. And here we are. Here are our results. So we have 43,763 for the CPU. We have 30,708 for the GPU. We have a score of 33,129 for memory, and we have a score of 28,603 for the UX, or the user experience. And in terms of ranking, the user rating, is 86%. And in terms of overall ranking here, it looks like Intuitive actually shows the scores. But the iPad Pro 12.9-inch seems like it's the highest, with the iPad Pro 4th generation 11-inch, the one I have, except mine's a 256 gig model, that one being in second place overall. And it looks like the average iPhone 10 is in 16th place, whereas my device, yeesh, it's in 28th place. That's not good. That is not good at all. Let's see here. So in terms of average scores, yeah, mine did considerably worse. But rightfully so. I mean, if you really look at it this way, basically my battery is 81% in terms of its degradation, so it kind of makes sense that mine is a lot worse than average, but it's definitely still not that terrible. But let's see here, yeah, so those are all obviously the specs and stuff like that, so. But yeah, so that was the tests that I wanted to perform on it, and it seemed like, honestly, it did a fairly decent job. I mean, I'm still very happy with it, honestly. But yeah, so it looks like actually scrolling through the pages as well is still relatively quick. And also, actually, I don't know if it's just me, but that dot there at the bottom, like for the pages, seems like it's a little bit new in terms of its animation, which is a pretty cool touch, actually. But yeah, I've put this phone through its paces today, so yeah, that's iOS 14 Developer Beta 2. There's obviously a lot of things that I probably missed in terms of small changes, which I'm unfortunately not going to be able to cover those, as I don't really, or at least I'm not really able to. Yeah, really, that's about it in terms of big changes, and yeah. Really, what this update was mainly for is to bring stability to those devices that did not have it before. Now, mine personally on Beta 1, it was pretty decent actually. Now, there was a few times where it would respring and stuff like that, and, you know, the whole drill and stuff like that. But it would respring and basically come back. Whereas, I mean, on Beta 2 now, I've yet to see a respring. But again, there will be a review when Beta 3 comes out, of course. I'm not going to do a dedicated review on these, because I normally don't. But what I do is that I put the mini review, I guess you could say, of the previous beta in the next beta's video. So I'll just let you know how it is then, because then that will be a more long-term test, and it will also be a lot more efficient in terms of really just about everything. But yeah, so anyway though, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, and also comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I would really love that. And I'm sure you guys would not regret it either, to watch all of this great content that I have, that I make for you guys. Anyway though, I will catch you guys in the next one, which will probably be a Call of Duty mobile gaming video. I'm gonna have to think about it, because I have a lot of videos I want to release to you guys in such a short amount of time. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy, honestly, for the next few days in terms of editing. I'm going to have so much of it to do. So, yeah, I'm going to get to editing this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.